Hey Flosstube, I'm Amy. I love toads and stitching. Coming to you to bring you Flosstube 74. I'm going to cut this in bits, so I'm going to show you some full coverages and finishes first, and then I'm going to cut it, take a break, and then I'll get my whips for you, which is works in progress. And then show you what I've purchased or what has come in the mail. So first, let me show you. I refinished this little guy. So I had him in a hoop, but then I made him into a pillow. And I think he's called Zombie Frog. He is out of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue for this year, so 2021. Did I tell you what the date was? I don't think I did. Hold on. It is November the 1st today. Yes, because last night was Halloween. We had some cute little trick-or-treaters, and we watched Charlie Brown's the Halloween special, the Peanuts special, and we watched oh, what's it called? Little Shop of Horrors. while the trick-or-treaters came. So, okay, this is the back I put on there. It is bats and spiders, and I hand-stitched some ribbon. I think it's like a rayon, and I did a rouging from Vanna's tutorial, Vanna Pfeiffer's tutorial. Just hand-stitched that on there. So, yeah, I made him into a pillow instead. So that's the first finish, and then, which is an FFO, but then I have this finish, and let me actually show you the cover first, and I have a lot of explanations because I changed a bunch of stuff. So this is from the Blue Flower, that's Janine McGowan. This is Huckleberry Farm, and I changed a lot of the colors, kind of kept them the same, you know, greens and browns. And I took the lady out. I wanted to take the lady out, so I moved this bear up there, and then I put a chipmunk from another pattern here, and I changed the house to green, and I'll show you what else I did. So here it is. It is stitched on Driftwood by Color and Cotton, and it's a 36 count. So here it is, and it's all finished. And I do love how it turned out. I love it so much. See, so my house is green, and I moved that bear up there, and I changed the alphabet to like a variegated brown. It was a Rolanda floss. So there's the chipmunk and the mushroom. So I added a chipmunk and a mushroom, and I added a tiny little moth right here and put my initials inside. So that little moth has my initials because I needed something to fill that little space up. But then everything else is the same. The birds, the hummingbirds, the butterfly, the bird, the other chipmunks. And I love how it turned out. Okay, so let me show you. So the chipmunk and the mushroom I got out of this book. I've had it for a long time. I think I got it off of eBay. I was typing in Woodland cross stitch or something. And the little moth or butterfly that I put my initials in, I got from this book. Out of that book. So use this book again. I did. So, yep, I love it. I love it. I cannot wait. So it turned out to be like 13 by 14, so I can't really use a square frame, so I'm probably going to have to get a custom-made frame for it. But that won't be till next year, because, yeah. But love it. Okay, now, let's see. I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to show you some full coverage. My first full coverage is my top mini frog. I'll put a picture in what it is supposed to look like. here or over my face and where I was when you saw it last. And this is the one that I'm trying to finish by December 2022. And I'm going to be working on it a lot next year, so you will see it a lot. And it's amazing. So it's a mini, it's not very big. It's 25 count, easy guide count, and it's 1/1 full cross. And I love it. It's turning out really great, I think, for a mini. So, and she will, so I took it out of the Q-snap so I could do a new start, a new full coverage start. And that's on my Kay's creation right now. So I will stitch on this probably for 1 more week, and then I'll put Top Frog back in for a few weeks, and then I'll stitch on something else, and then so I'll rotate them, but I'm going to, every other one I'll put in Top Frog because I want to finish that one by the end of next year. So this one is my new start, and I will put a picture in of what it's gonna look like over my face. And I don't have it before because it's new. So, yep, that's it. It looks like nothing. So it's just the background, the leaves, like the blurry part of the background. I started in the top left corner, I guess. So, yeah. So this will get 1 more week, and then I'll put mini Top Frog back on this and stitch on it for a couple weeks. So that's it for right now. I'm going to clean this up, and then I will see if I can get my whips out and show you. So be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I got some cards in the mail. I'm gonna show those to you real quick. This one is from Andrea, the cautionary tale, or your cautionary tale, on Flosstube. So go check her out. I'm gonna link people below. And this is Jackie, Cross My Stitches. And I got a fall one from Jackie. And she made that, I know she did. So thank you, ladies, I love them. They brightened up my October. Let's see, should we do, I think I put my new starts on the top. Let me take my glasses off. So this new start, this first new start is one of my haul. It was actually on its way from 1-2-3 Stitch when I was doing my last video. They had split the order up because something was on back order. So I got my order in 2 different packages. But this is one of the things that came. I might be shaking a little bit. It's October 31st by Cottage Garden. Yep. And I'm not doing the border, and I'm probably not putting the October 31st there. I just love that pumpkin and the blackbird. And let me think. This is stitched on my Be Stitch Me fabric from last month. So I'm getting the Be Stitch Me fabric of the month, and this was the piece from last month. Oh, and I think I wrote it down what it's called. It's called After the Harvest, and it's 36 count. And that's where I'm at. So yeah, I think that will look good just with the bird and the pumpkin, and I love it on this fabric. There's Ursula. I think Helen D gave me that little Ursula. So that was a new start for October. I just needed something October, fall, Halloween. Let's see, hold on. I'm gonna put stuff back so I don't have a big mess to clean up when I'm done. Okay, the next one is a new start. Also, this is from Helen D. Also, is a new start. And it was my unicorn chart that a lady let me purchase from her. It is called Giants of the Sea. It's an old sunset kit. And I actually, this is part of my haul too, so I want to stick it on there. I got a needle minder from Mad for Minders to go with it. So this is part of my haul. So I'm going to take this off and stick it on this. This fabric is from Misty at Luminous Fiber Arts. And what's it called? I think it's called Snow Days. So I'm not stitching it on the kit fabric, but I am using the kit floss. And you can see the first little dorsal fin. And it's mostly full coverage. A little bit of the background will stick out. Like the tops of the mountain, like the sky above the mountains will stick, you'll be able to see, but everything else is full coverage, I believe. So, yep. I hear the mailman. I pulled out my Smoky Mountain Christmas. And I think I'm like halfway, so I've got his face. His face is not completely stitched in. The dogs might bark because the mailman is driving around. But the puppy's in. I love that puppy. And I will put in a before. This is on 36 count, just white linen. And this is where I'm at. So I'll do the before and then I'll take that away and then I'll pull it in closer so you can see. And I'm making a tiny, tiny bit of change in this piece also. So let me pull it in closer. This blue in the patchwork jacket that he is wearing, it was supposed to be red and I changed it to blue. So I'm taking a bit of the red out of it. So there it is. Look at that puppy. He's so cute. And his face is not done yet. I don't think I've stitched his eyebrows and it needs all the back stitch. But he's looking so good. This is my son's piece I'm doing for his stocking. I'm just making it a magnet. I'm not doing the whole ornament, the back side. I'm only stitching the front side, so I'm not doing that one. I'm just doing that one. And probably making it a magnet so he can stick it on something. This is from mybobbin.com. No, did I get this from mybobbin.com? I think this one I did get from mybobbin.com. And let's see. That is where I'm at. She's turning out so good. So he has told me that this is a plesiosaurus. Also, the Loch Ness Monster. But yeah, she's turning out great. She's a lot of color changes though. Okay. For October, I pulled out my Arc of White. This is by Tempting Tangles. Leah Noel, Aviatrix Stitcher, and I started this last, oh Halloween, I believe. We did a Zoom call together and started this last Halloween. So I'm changing some colors in this one too. That leaf right there is a blue, and I wanted it to be more fall colors, so oranges, browns, greens, stuff like that. And let me see, I'm stitching this on Vintage Wood Smoke by Lakeside Linen, and it is a 36 count. So this needle minder also came with my Orca from Mad for Minders. I got 2 needle minders from them this time. So I got a brain because mine's broke. So this is where I'm at. I'll put in the before and then I'll bring it in closer. I try to stitch on the white as much as possible because I don't want to have all that white left at the end. So, yep, there it is. It's kind of hard to see. The camera looks like it's doing something funky to it, but. And there will be a spider, I think like right about there. And it's supposed to be a bead, but I think I'm going to find a big spider charm to put there. Made me find one on Etsy. And it is by, who is it by again? I know it's by Tempting Tangles, but I think the poem is by Emily Dickinson. Yeah. It's just like a little verse out of one of her poems. You hear the mailman. Okay, this is called Casting a Spell. It's a toad, and I stitched this a lot in October for Halloween. It is by Mama X Stitch, and you can find her on Instagram and Facebook. I think she has an Etsy shop, but this one was a free pattern, so I got this one on Facebook. I think this is Oaken, 36 count, and I will put a before in. And that needle minder is from Vicky Stitch and Button. So I think I'm still missing one of the DMC colors in his cape, her cape. I guess it's a her. She's a little witch. Okay, this one I am stitching with Becky. Hi Becky, Socks for Mom. It is the Berry Bowl sampler from the Scarlet House and Heartstring Sampler. So Becky and I are stitching one side and we are exchanging, and then so we will have a piece of each other's and then we'll sew it together and it will be wonderful. So my side is Stars Hollow 36 count by R&R. Her side is also a 36 count from R&R, but I can never remember what she's stitching hers on. So here it is, and I will do the before. And I have finished the Beth Twist side. This Heartstring Samplery side is finished. So this side will go to Becky at some point. And I have started on the Scarlet House, Tanya side. So I won't do this middle part until I've sewn them all together because the words are 1 over 1, I believe. So that little middle part with the words, I won't stitch that till I've sewn the 2 pieces together. So, yep. I think it's beautiful. It's going to be so beautiful when I get both of them together, and it's going to be a treasure. And we're using all the called for that. Okay. All mine have explanations. So for my 12 Northern Days of Christmas, this is by X's and O's, I finished Partridge in a Pear Tree. So that's what it started to look like. But the artwork really looks like this. So the windows were a fainter color than this pink. How do I do this? Let me see. Here we go. There we go. So I didn't want that bubblegum pink in there. So I changed the windows to more like a peach or a salmon color. So he's done. And when I finished stitching this piece, I went ahead and started working on my Smoky Mountain Christmas. So I'm going to work on my Smoky Mountain Christmas for a little while, and then I'll start the next block of this one, 2 turtle doves. So this is stitched on a 40 count. It's a 40 count. Let me think. I think it's called Alabaster. And okay, let me do the before where I was, and then I'll bring it in closer. And that is where she's at. It's so cool. I'm stitching them all on one piece, and I am hoping I have enough room. If not, it'll be okay. We'll just sew another piece on the bottom, or it's just the joy of stitching them. Oh, is this the last one? This is the last one. I'm stitching this one with Colette, the Highway Stitcher, and I have not worked on it very much at all. I did not work on it last weekend because we were traveling. I did not work on it. This is a Monday, and I did not work on it yesterday because it was Halloween, and I could not work on Christmas on Halloween. So I stitched on my Raven, the pumpkin, the New Start, the pumpkin with the Raven, the October 31st. So I didn't work on it yesterday either. But we're trying to stitch on our stockings on Sundays using all the kit floss, kit fabric. And I will put in a before if you can see it. So the top is finished, and I'm just working on those the crazy greenery, trying to get the back stitch in, trying to figure out where I'm at. Yep. And if you are watching Colette, she started with one of the bulbs down here, and she's working around that, and it looks so good. Mine looks like a hot mess right now. Nothing nothing looks like anything right now, but it will one day. So that is it. Let's see, what do I do? Let me show you what I got in the mail. So I got that pattern, the October 31st by Cottage Garden Samplings, and with that I got this pattern also. So these are the 2 patterns that I had ordered before, but they came late. I got this chipmunk from Kitty and Me Designs. Yeah, he's so cute. He's little too. Let me see. He's 82 by 69, so he's really little. I was in a fall mood. I bought a bunch of fall patterns. Okay, so when I did that, I purchased some fabrics also, some little cuts of fabric from 1, 2, 3 Stitch. And this one is Feldspar. And they're all 36 count. This one is Oaken. And this one is Dapple. Then, let's see, what else did I get? I had purchased a sticker from the Whistle Stop Stitcher. She's on Etsy. She does stickers and patterns. So this is Alexis from Schitt's Creek. And she's doing the little bit of X's instead of a little bit of Alexis. I got my Bee Stitch Me fabric for October? November. October, because we're only in November the 1st. Okay, so this is called Vintage, and I get a 36 count linen. And let me see, hold on. Oh, I am not doing this very well, am I? There we go. Might be hard to see. It's got a tiny tinge of green, but it's a great neutral. So I'm in the neutral. Yeah, I'm sorry. And what was I thinking I was gonna, I already had something planned. I saw something and knew I wanted to stitch it on this. So it probably already has a plan too. And I'm already using my one from last month. And last, I got my flosses from Owl Forest Embroidery for the Turtle Quaker. And there are the flosses. They're beautiful. Oh, maybe it was the turtles I was going to stitch on that. Let's see. That Turtle Quaker? I don't know. Maybe. It's looking peach in the camera, but it's not that peach. I think it's my light over there making it peach. But anyway, the flosses are beautiful. And then I got some needle minders. I got the sea turtle and a snail, and I got a little bird, but I've already stuck him on something. I can't remember what I stuck him on. Yeah. Okay, and then one last gift that I got was from my husband. So we had our 20th anniversary, and he bought me a little sewing bag. Look how cute. He said it came from another country, so, and I don't know where it came from. I think he got it on Etsy though. And so I have all my little stuff in there. I keep my thimble in there, and just got all my little glass cleaner. And I put my snag nabbit, and then one of the things that I rip my threads out with when I'm frogging. I got a corner gauge in there. So yeah, isn't that sweet? To put all my little stitchy stuff in from my husband. So let me see if that is everything. Future Amy, I did forget something. I'm a train wreck. I purchased one full coverage from Artisy because they're having a sale. I'm not sure when it ends, but I think it might be November the 30th. So here is what I purchased. And if I do the no new starts, I'm going to start this before the new year because I want to stitch this and make it a pillow and put it in our bus. So our Volkswagen bus that we camp in is named Jaws. And I would think this would be such a cute pillow in our Jaws. So yeah, okay. Hopefully that's it. Bye. That's great. I got through it. So I'm actually thinking of doing no new starts next year, but not completely no new starts. So in the Facebook group, there's 3 options. One is absolutely no new starts. The other one is 22 and 22. So you pick 22 of your whips and you work those. And then the other one is work your whip, where you work on all your whips. And if you finish one, you can have a new start of something the same size that you finished. So I'm thinking about doing that one. So we'll see. Okay, y'all. If I think of anything else, I will pop on, but I think that's it. Okay, bye, bye. I did forget to tell y'all something, and it's right behind me. So my quilts are behind me. We found a gun case on Facebook Marketplace for really cheap. I found some gray paint in my closet, so I sanded it up and painted it gray, and I'm gonna try not to make you guys dizzy. And I stuck a bunch of my quilts in this gun case. And maybe if I close the blinds, you can see them better. They need to be reorganized a bit. They are a bit squished. Let me close this. See if that's better. Nope, that's not better. I think that made it worse. Anyway, there are that's not even all my quilts. And I think half of those I have made myself. So I love it. Okay, that's it. Bye, y'all.